Ear Biscuits is the reason I blank. So let's just start there with a few. Let's listen to one.
Ear Biscuits is the reason that I get in my car in the morning and actually want to go to work. I have over an hour commute, and being able to listen to Rhett&Link talk about stories from their lives and be introspective on different things that have been going on around the world is really fantastic to go into every single day. Starting my morning with two best friends is definitely how I'd like to start my day for the rest of my life.
Thank you for that, Noah.
That was Noah Cook. Are we saying last names? In that case, I just did.
Some people submitted first and last names. Some people just did first names. Some people did like nicknames. So we'll just do whatever you did.
Thanks, Noah. I mean, I think that I would like to ride into work with two best friends who just wouldn't shut up in the back seat the whole time.
But this is the thing. This is my issue with what Noah said. Is it makes me feel like we're not giving Noah enough content. I mean, Noah's riding.
Yeah, well, he has an hour commute.
Riding to work. Assuming he works daily, Monday through Friday. We're doing this once a week.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna have to go to 5 times a week.
I don't know what he does the other 4 mornings out of the week, but Taylor does something different. Let's listen to that voicemail.
Hey, Rhett&Link. Ear Biscuits is the reason I get so much stuff done around my house. That is my chicken in the background if you heard him. But Ear Biscuits helps me keep focused on what I'm doing, and it's entertaining as well. So anytime that I finish an episode, I realize that I've done about an hour's worth of work without even realizing it. So keep it up, and we love you, and you guys are awesome. Bye, guys.
And by we, I think the chicken is included.
Yeah. Thank you, Taylor, and thank you, Taylor's Chicken.
I would love to have a chicken in the background. I wish I could be on more phone calls with people who have chickens in the background. I mean, it's just something that we need more of. But I do think that is something, that's how I listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts while driving or while doing something. I mean, does anyone just sit down and be like, what are you doing? Well, right now what I'm doing is only listening to a podcast. Have you ever done this?
I'm always doing something else, usually driving, but I've started mountain biking. I think I told you this. I'll mountain bike up when I'm doing the climbs. Like typically my routes are majority climb and then majority downhill. Some routes are a little bit of both, but like, especially for the long climb routes, I'll listen to a podcast on the way up, and then on the way down, I'll switch to music. Because
you want to listen to the podcast when you're working hard. You want to listen to music when you're just riding the gravity.
Well, yeah, it's fun. That the music gives me that energy to like just it's more fun, but it's also more technical. You could die if you're not really concentrating on missing certain things at a higher speed.
Because some people feel like you might need music for motivation while going up a hill.
But I like getting in the zone of ideas when I'm just trying to granny crank it up,
Well, I just gotta say, I think I'm glad that we can be a part of your lives in this way, even if we're in the background with your chicken or in the background as you're driving to work. We're not asking to be front and center. We're not asking to be completely focused on. We want you to focus on what you need to focus on. We just want to be present.
It's cool to be a companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be along for the ride. I really like picturing what people are doing. Oh, they're getting done.
Right.
I mean, maybe there's people who just sit down and give it their complete, I mean, for the video version, and there are people who prefer to watch it on YouTube. It's still a background thing, but I think, you'll stop and be like, whoa, what's that look on his face? Is that an additional meaning? Is that another layer?
There's a layer of context sometimes with the faces.
Let's hear from Abby.
Ear Biscuits is the reason why I feel like I should install a window in my shower. I love you guys. I love the pod. The channel's awesome. It's just really nice to see a couple of best friends succeeding in life. Just by being themselves. Pretty epic. Congrats on 300 episodes. Can't wait for more.
Abby sounds like
that's a nice voice.
It's
soothing.
It's like a Delilah voice. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would like to hear Free Falling from Tom Petty because I'm thinking about, my 8th grade girlfriend. even with the laugh, the little, I mean, that was good.
Yeah.
Abby, you need to go into radio, or you at least need to consider it.
Because it's not a dying industry. Maybe you should start a podcast.
I mean, just start a podcast. You got a great voice.
Two friends succeeding at life by just being themselves. I mean, I like that.
It might be a better, again, the slogans just keep coming. I mean, that's a
succeed at. I like the mantra of succeed at life just by being yourself, and I do think that's something that, we're processing our lives in front of these microphones, and there is a level of, we've gotten to a point where there's a level of expectation that we can come into this place as kind of like a safe space for us to process. And I look forward to that. There's plenty of times when I'm like, I don't know exactly how I feel about this, but I'm gonna get it out. And it's great to have a venue like that. I mean, it's therapeutic in that way, but it's also so encouraging to see how many people, how it resonates, where, you're having an honest conversation, and sometimes I even forget people are listening. At least maybe 90%, I'm totally just in a conversation at certain points.
And 90%, huh?
I think there are times.
Only 10% thinking about the fact that there's someone listening.
Yeah, that's a dangerous place for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does that make you nervous?
Well, I'm surprised based on you pretty much kept yourself in check most of the time.
But it's one thing to give people what they want or something that's gonna get clicks or get listens, but it's another thing to just do something we wanna do and for it to work and resonate.
Well, and I would say this whole idea of being yourself, it is, making the decision long ago for a number of reasons to just talk to each other. One of them just being it was easier.
Yeah.
Started us on this trajectory where you gotta keep digging. Like, this isn't performance mode, and this isn't, unlike something like Ronstadt, which is obviously just this scripted podcast. You're putting your work out there, you're putting your art out there. This is really putting ourselves out there, and it's actually given us, like, we've revealed more and more and more about ourselves, and actually kind of began to understand by revealing and being vulnerable, actually learn more about ourselves in the process. Again, was never the intention. It's just something that sort of happened.
It's a win-win. Who else do we have? Shanice?
Ear Biscuits is the reason why I graduated with a uni degree this year. It helped me conquer my travel anxiety by keeping me entertained and calm on my long trips in and out of uni. Thank you so much.
Shanice is saying that the reason why they got through college or uni, whatever that is.
The same thing in Australia, I think.
Is Ear Biscuits. I mean, being able to help. It's like, okay, this is the show that Shanice goes to. When it's like, I'm traveling, I'm anxious.
Well, I always wanted to be
it feels good.
A uni professor. I always love the idea of just walking around a campus and watching the leaves fall, then going into a classroom with like a wild haircut and beard and like saying something that makes the students confused. So this is as close as we're ever gonna get. And Shanice has basically just validated that dream of mine.
I don't think that's what Shanice was going
for.
for.
Okay, right, yeah, that's right.
But it is validating.
Oh, I'll take it.
Do we get like an honorary copy of the degree?
I think we might get an honorary degree at that said uni, whichever uni that is.